contest is a steel cage match and is for the WWE Championship. Introducing the challenger, weighing 323 pounds, Kane. And his opponent, from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 222 pounds, he is the WWE Champion, CM Punk.
What's up, guys? How's it going? Welcome to the main event of this pay-per-view. I hope you've enjoyed the pay-per-view. There's been some good matches. My personal favourite was The Miz versus Justin Gabriel in that tables match for the Intercontinental Championship. But anyway, this is the main event. This is CM Punk versus Kane inside a steel cage. Pretty decent build-up all the way up into the pay-per-view, really. Kane's had the upper hand. He's got inside CM Punk's head. And CM Punk's had an awful lot on his mind. Of course, he's got that mystery superstar stalking him and stalking the championship. He claims he's had biased GMs up against him. He said he's fed up with the fans. He's had a lot on his mind. He's been distracted. And only on one episode of Raw did he get the upper hand, and that was on the go-home show before this pay-per-view, where he attacked Kane from behind with the old Titantron distraction. But other than that, it's all been about Kane, really. Kane's attacked him with steel chairs. Kane's interrupted in his matches. Kane's cut some pretty scathing promos against him. It's been a decent feud, man. And when I was watching Raw the other week and I saw Kane versus CM Punk, it just reminded me of this feud, because that's how I wanted it to be, man. There's Kane pissed, Kane angry, Kane running after CM Punk, and CM Punk kind of playing like the chicken shit, running away, trying to avoid him at all costs. But yeah, man. It's been a long time since... I'm just trying to remember the last time Kane was a world champion. I mean, he was world heavyweight champion, what, 2 or 3 years ago, I think, and that was the last major championship that he's held. I mean, he's held tag team titles since then, but it's a shame, because I think I'm always going to look back on Kane's career and think it could have been so much better. I mean, the character itself, I'm a huge Kane fan. I love Kane, I think he's awesome. The character's sweet, the way it's been more or less the same for his entire career, but, you know what I mean, he's always been a good wrestler. I can't remember too many bad Kane matches. I mean, the worst Kane match I ever saw was him versus Great Khali, but you've got to consider the opponent. It's Great Khali. But, yeah, I'd always look back at his career thinking there weren't enough world championships, there weren't enough major titles, there weren't enough monster heels. I mean, he has changed from babyface to heel more times than I can count. You know, him and Big Show, I'm quite sick of seeing a turn. But his current character at the minute is starting to drain on me. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love him and Daniel Bryan and the whole Team Hell No thing, but Kane's comedy, I don't know, I don't find it funny. I find it corny, and I think it needs to go. And I think eventually Kane needs to have the last run of his career as a heel, perhaps even as a world champion, world heavyweight or WWE. I think when he goes, and it won't be that long until he goes, I think he deserves one last major championship run. I'm quite looking forward to that, to be honest, but I do actually think his last ever match should be against The Undertaker. And when Kane retires, I think Undertaker should retire at the same time. That's probably not how it's going to happen, but I'm just imagining in my head how cool it would be at WrestleMania. You know, Kane versus Undertaker, streak on the line, if it's on the line at that time, because CM Punk might even end it this year, you never know. But Kane versus Undertaker, and then it ends in kind of like a respectful way where they all just, Kane and the Undertaker just drift off into smoke, never to be seen again. Like the Brothers of Destruction going back to hell, never to be seen again. Until like Hall of Fame ceremony, because Kane's a future Hall of Famer, of course Undertaker's a future Hall of Famer, and I don't think they should have these things where they go, oh look, the legend returns, and you see Kane and Undertaker in a backstage skit. I think once they retire, because of their characters and the history of the characters, it would be cool if they retired together, walking off into a load of fire, smoke, thunder, lightning, you know, like an Undertaker entrance, just leaving like that, never to be seen again. That could be pretty cool, man. As you can see, CM Punk is crawling towards the cage door, trying to get out of there. And, yep, Kane's going to grab him. He's caught by the ankle. He's going to drag him in, and the cage door will be slammed shut. No escape for CM Punk. But yeah, the old mystery superstar situation. You know, we've not heard or seen this mystery superstar for a long time. Truth being, I've still not decided 100% who it is. You know, it's still up for debate who it could be. You know, it could be someone like Brock Lesnar. It could be someone like, even The Undertaker. You know, there's a million possibilities with it, and we've not seen Kane not seen the mystery superstar for a while. You know, he's in the background, but it's still inside CM Punk's head, and CM Punk's still wondering who the fuck it is. And of course, back when Punk was feuding with Jericho, this mystery superstar said, I don't care who wins the championship, whether it's Chris Jericho or CM Punk, I'm coming for that championship, get ready, the pain is coming. So I guess in a way Kane could be thinking about this mystery superstar too. Who could it be? So after this pay-per-view, you know, we're going to start rehashing that mystery superstar thing, because we've not had really many segments about it, so there will be some mystery superstar shit coming up, because I'm planning to do the reveal of who the guy is near SummerSlam, and this mystery superstar will debut at SummerSlam, perhaps for the championship. You know, he needs to come back for a major pay-per-view, because on the real WWE TV program, you wouldn't say, for example, Brock Lesnar did disappear for years, you know, they wouldn't bring him back for capital punishment, they'd bring him back for a major pay-per-view. Granted, this year they brought him back at Extreme Rules, but that was part of a WrestleMania kind of storyline, and then it turned into a SummerSlam storyline. Now it's a WrestleMania storyline again. So like, they would save those kind of things for the bigger pay-per-views, and that's what I'm planning to do. I want the SummerSlam pay-per-view to have huge matches on it, and we're going to start building towards it, because it's the next major pay-per-view. Like, it's one of the big four, like I said, because you've got the SummerSlam, Survivor Series, Rumble and Mania. They're the big four that I'm going to be concentrating on building the major cards for those pay-per-views. So there's going to be some interesting shit in the build up towards SummerSlam, but of course between Over the Limit and SummerSlam you've got Capital Punishment, Money in the Bank, and then SummerSlam, so plenty of shit to build towards, man. As you can see, Kane's been busted open with a kick to the head from CM Punk. Good stuff, man. I wonder if CM Punk could end the streak. Like, I know it's a fucking story, but like, I wonder if they would dare pass on the torch to CM Punk in that way. Because let's face it, man, I'd say he deserves. Oh, CM Punk's been busted open. I'd say he deserves something like that, and I can imagine Undertaker thinking, yeah, possibly. You know what I mean? Because he's always been about helping the younger talent get over. Granted, CM Punk's not a spring chicken, but he's always been about helping out other people. He's always been a locker room leader, you know, helping people grow. The way he put people over when he was on the active roster full time. You know, he was always about to put people over. Like, he helped put Brock Lesnar over, you know, by losing to him a couple of times and putting him over in a feud. So I wonder if they could pull the trigger on it. I'm wondering if it could happen, but CM Punk is trying to catch up with Kane. Kane's trying to escape the cage, he's tugging on him. Oh shit, CM Punk's been knocked off the cage. Kane is on the rim of the cage looking to climb down. He's got out of the cage with a new WWE champion. And I was controlling CM Punk. I did not want to lose this match. But I'm not the type of person that would lose, restart and do it again. So storyline wise, we can work with this. So Kane has captured.
Here's your winner and the new WWE Champion, representing the Yes Man, Kane.
I don't know if I've ever seen something as brutal as what we watched here tonight. But what else would you expect in that kind of environment?
Tell us what your favourite match was. See you soon. Take it easy.